Good morning, children. Your social science teacher, Jaspreet ma'am, is here to teach you the next portion of your history chapter, that is Rise of Nationalism in India. And previously we have talked about different events, incidents, movements, role of different personalities, ideologies, and based upon that, how did they proceed further, that today we are going to study. I am going to tell you about today regarding Italy, unification of Italy. It is here, you may recognize it on map. Right? France हमने पहले देखा था. I told ask you for about French, and now it's India. Right? You just turn out towards the European continent. When we turn it towards the European continent, there you may see it, like I would like to show you on globe, right? Here it is Norway, Sweden, Finland, like countries, and here it is Italy in pink color. Here it is Italy in pink color. You may recognize, here it is Italy in pink color, like T shape formation is there. Switzerland is nearby, Italy, right? And Germany, France. These are the countries, and you may recognize from here from map also. This is Spain. We have to learn about Spain also, France, Italy, right? And there is Romania, Poland, Germany are there. We studied, and here we will learn about UK also, United Kingdoms afterwards. This is all about your location of the country. You must know where this country is located. Nowadays also it was in news that Germany and Italy, how they were the victim of this COVID-19. And what type of problems they have to face over there. In the beginning this wave was there only. From there we were in that capture. We used to hear, listen some news from here and there. And in this process, like history chapter, unification of Italy, and it is also there in the history that Italy was also fragmented like Germany and other countries of the world into several states. Fragmented means to say scattered. Different type of dynasties were there. It has dynastic states, right? Like Bourbon dynasty, Aryan dynasty हमने पढ़ा हुआ है. You know that एक खानदानी लहर सी चलती रहती है. And although it was dynastic wise states, some were there multinational states also. Means they have different type of people are ruling, different rulers are ruling, different emperors were there. And mid of 19th century, if we talk about, at that time Italy was divided into 7 different states. Some were under the rule of this dynastic succession, some were under the rule of multinational emperors, multinational kings, we can say chief minister, like that. Okay students, mean to say Italy was also politically fragmented, scattered into different segments like multinational and like this dynastic succession ruled time. But at when we talk about mid-19th century, Italy was divided into 7 different states. Only one area of Italy was ruled by itself, that was Sardinia Piedmont. That is very, very important. Many times we will talk about this area. Sardinia Piedmont ruled by this Italian rulers. Rest of the Italy was under the control of different, like in the central Italy. Central Italy was ruled by Pope. Right? Pope, you know that Christian leader like that, spiritual leaders जो होते हैं, Then north was under the control of Austrian Habsburg. And when we talk about southern part of Italy, southern was under the control of Bourbon kings. Right? Bourbon kings earlier we studied in French Revolution also. That was also Bourbon dynasty over there. So these Bourbon king was of Spain. These Bourbon kings were of Spain. Now, what was the question? What was the stages? What were the stages? How this whole procedure was going on? Who took lead? I would like to take the name of Giuseppe Mazzini. In 1830, Giuseppe Mazzini, he tried to unify Italy with the help of peasant, workers and artisans and other supporters from that Italy. Whosoever wanted that it should be unified, because it is very well said that united we stand and divided we fall. So that was somewhat idea in the mind of these people, these political leaders, those who worked under the banner of solidarity, under the banner of collectivity, under the banner of equality, unity, right? So that's why we formed different type of societies, secret societies, so that they can work like different 7 states. These 7 states are also further divided into subdivisions. If it is not easy work to ठीक है हमने किसी को कुछ कह दिया अगले ने मान लिया. No, it is not actually. Actually, we have to work very diplomatically so that the person in front of us will accept our suggestion and think upon it and take it positively. That type of convincing is needed, and that was very well done by Giuseppe Mazzini in Italy in 1830 when he took the responsibility to unify Italy. Under this he formed many societies. One secret society was there. That is related to my previous matter, जो मैं आपको अभी बता रही थी कि secret societies deal with the citizens for different political leaders and they tell them, convince them what to do, how to do, when to do, why to do. All these things are convinced, and he formed one secret society over there. Its name was Young Italy in 1830. Giuseppe Mazzini. Got it? And with the help of this, there were different wars were fought with Pope, Elizabeth, Austria, Habsburg, Bourbon kings of this Spain. Right? At that time, role of Mr. Cavour. At that time, chief minister of this Italy was Cavour. Cavour led a movement to unify Italy in the different regions of the Italy. He was not only a revolutionary, he was democratic also. Neither we can say revolutionary nor democratic, but he was both. Take it positively. He was not only revolutionary but also democratic also. But he made different political elites from the middle class, educated people, took their opinion, convinced them, took their suggestions and started this leading team to unify Italy on the different stages. Right? Somewhere he has to fought war in Austria, Habsburg war also there. In 1859, these were under the control of this area, and these forces were under the control of Garibaldi. Giuseppe Garibaldi, his name is also very important. Right? And that area was under the control of now this Giuseppe Mazzini and Giuseppe Garibaldi. Now this area of Bourbon kings of Spain and Bourbon dynasty, they also driven by this two Silis Valley areas were also under the control of now Gosipti, Mejni and Gharki Galandi. Mean to say, these areas are unified. Earlier they controlled Po, then they controlled this north area, then they controlled this Bourbon dynasty and others. When the citizens of Italy saw that it is happening, they are with these people, they are with these people, they are getting unified. Why we are lagging behind? We must give our support over there. If we are alienated here, if we are alone here, nobody will ask. Our existence won't be recognized. To perceive their own identity, they have done this work very fantastically, very amazing way. They gave their support, and these people, leaders, were also happy that whatsoever they are trying to do for the country, to build a nation state, citizens themselves have got aware now and have given their support to them to get the Italy unified. So in this way, they got support from two series and support of workers and peasants also. Support of workers and peasants also. One very important point regarding Italy, that their Italy language. There was not only one language in Italy, Italian. There were different variations in language. Like you may take example of India. Like we are living in Rajasthan, we are not speaking Rajasthani only. We are speaking Hindi, Punjabi, Haryanvi also. In the same way, the people who are living in Punjab, they are not only speaking Punjabi, they are speaking Hindi, English and neighboring states language. And very good example from your political science chapter, Belgium, where we saw this Wallonia region, Dutch language, French language, Flemish region, Brussels capital, variations were there. So such type of variations were there in Italy also based upon language. And you may imagine, you may see, you may guess that how difficult is it to bring all the citizens on the same platform to get the country unified. So in this way, these two series of values, they also got support and the whole of the Italy got unified. That was earlier divided into 7 states. One more important point, common citizen of Italy, that is peasants, workers and artisans, they don't know, nothing know about Italian. Italian mean to say they never heard about Italian. Southern part jo tha, this one, Bourbon, southern part, they only know, believe that La Talia was Victor Emmanuel II's wife, right? And in the end, by the help of this Gosipti, with the help of these secret societies, these areas captured by different wars, right? 1859, 1860. So in the end, King Victor Emmanuel II was crowned as the democratic king of unified Italy. Okay, students, hopefully you have got it. And one more thing I would like to tell you about the different states of Italy also there. Different states of Italy which were unified, right? That is also very important. You have to see map from page number 21. Map, page number 21. 21 page पे जो map है, you have to see for the different states of Italy, right? In this way, Italy was unified and King Victor Emmanuel II was crowned as a democratic king of Italy. By